Hi everyone, Stepan here. I'm going to play another training game, and today I'm on my own laptop, which is old and sucks. Lucia went to work with hers, so the sound may be bad again, and also my laptop may start overheating and it may die during recording, but I hope everything is going to be okay. I'm very close to sorting out the issue of the new laptop. I actually got one, but I had the Windows installed today. But there are some problems with sound. Basically has no sound, so it doesn't allow me to install the drivers for my microphone. So yeah, I'm having issues with that. I was trying to make it work this morning, but I just couldn't. And I'm an idiot for technology, so I don't know how to sort it out. So unfortunately, I'll have to go back to the, well, shop or whatever tomorrow, and hopefully they can work it out. But yeah, after 2.5 years and 650 videos, my old laptop is finally going to be replaced, which makes me sad for the laptop but happy for me. I'll finally be able to record normally. Okay, my opponent is rated 1900. He plays knight f3. I'll play d5 just to see what he does. That's most flexible, and I like bishop f5 setups. Again, if the sound is too low, I'm sorry, I'm keeping the mic very close to me. There is something wrong with my old laptop when it comes to sound, and it just doesn't work. By the way, if you have any idea how to sort out the issue of a laptop saying there are no speakers connected to it, then help me out. So the Windows were just installed this morning, and I came back and turned it on and plugged in my mic, wanted to install the drivers, but yeah, it says no sound, and when I troubleshoot the issue, then it says that nothing is connected. Okay, bishop g5. I'm going to try to concentrate on the game right now. So if I play e6 and he plays knight c3, I'll play h6 and we either get the Moscow or the anti-Moscow. If he plays e3, then I've wasted a move, and I don't really want to play bishop f5 because of queen b3, where he could take on f6, play knight c3, take twice on d5. So after e6 he should play e3, use the fact that my bishop is hemmed in, but I'll play for a quick c5 or a quick e5. If knight c3, then we transpose to something I know well, so I would like that to happen. Yeah, I'm really sad. Finally got my new laptop, and now I cannot use it. So I'll play h6 just to see what he does with the bishop. Obviously, the same variations leading to the anti-Moscow don't work now because I don't win a pawn, because he didn't play knight c3. So e6, I don't think was the theoretical move. I was trying to get him to transpose to the normal Semi-Slav, but he takes. Now I should have an advantage, because now I have, by transposition, the Moscow variation after knight c3, which is probably the only sensible move. And I continue g6, bishop g7, he plays bishop d3, and as long as I don't run into any issues on b7 or with my king or get my queen trapped, I should be okay. I know the Moscow pretty well, and I always play this setup with g6, bishop g7. So we will see what happens. Yeah, I'm very excited that I'm going to be able to record normally without having to beg Lucia for her laptop. And yeah, hopefully I'll sort it out today. So now I did some more troubleshooting, and it still has the red icon over the speaker icon on the bottom right, so it's not sorted out. I'll try to call the shop, and again, if you have any idea what to do, help me out. So somehow we got back into the Moscow. I wonder if he could have used... So if he had played bishop h4, I wouldn't have had any decent reply. I don't want to play g5 if he plays bishop h4. Okay, now I'll just continue bishop g7. Again, the only thing I'm concerned about is getting my queen trapped, so the usual way to play this is to get your queen back to d8. So he's delaying the development of his bishop because he is expecting d takes c4. But I don't think I want to play d takes c4. I want to play knight d7, castles, rook e8, queen d8, and e5. Whoa, this is very helpful. So I take, opening up my bishop. And now I have everything in the position. I have the bishop pair, and my c8 bishop is not trapped. But I missed that. Okay, I didn't see that. Do I have any good intermezzo moves? Yeah, okay. I need to stop thinking about my laptop and come back into this game. Okay, I'm going to play queen d6 to stop knight c7. I don't want to give up my bishop. If he plays e4, I'm going to castle and then threaten to take the knight. I'm also giving myself the option of queen b4 check. I also have bishop f5 as an option. After castles, if bishop f5, e4, bishop e4, queen e4, rook e8 would still be a bad move because my rook would be undefended. But yeah, I just blundered the pawn. And I've seen that before. I've seen this queen c2 trick before in the Moscow. I just didn't pay attention. What if he plays queen c5? What do I do against queen c5? Okay, queen c5 takes. If knight c7, then king d7, d takes c5, king takes knight, so it doesn't work. I got slightly scared. Queen c5, queen takes queen, knight c7, king d7, pawn takes queen, king takes knight. Okay. Okay, I'll just play bishop e6. I don't see a problem with bishop e6. If knight c7 I can take. If knight f6 I can take. If knight e5 I can take the d5 knight. So I'll just develop. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. She probably plays knight c3 now, and then I castle. I mean, my bishop pair is very strong. I don't think I have enough for the pawn, but I probably have something. Queen e4. Seems like a strange move, helps me develop my bishop. I don't know if... Well, knight c3 seems to be the only move. He could play knight f4. And then I would have to trade queens. I could play king e7. To at least not ruin my pawn structure. Okay, knight c3. I'm happy to see that. I was slightly worried about knight f4. Okay, now after castles, I shouldn't be lost, I think. So queen b4, rook b1, bishop f5 seems very strong. I just couldn't do that with my king on e8. So if he plays, let's say bishop d3, that loses the bishop. If he plays bishop e2, I play queen b4. If rook b1, then bishop f5. If bishop e2, queen b4, castles, queen b2, rook f b1, I take the knight. Knight a4, I take the bishop. Rook c1, rook f c1, I play knight d7. So I think queen e4 was a big mistake. I think he kind of lost his advantage when he played queen e4. I mean, my king is safe. I have a lead in development. I have the two bishops. I'm a pawn down, but I could get it back with the queen b4. I actually don't see what he does about that. Yeah, I'm getting upset that I blundered the pawn, or that I blundered, and I'll put something under my laptop because it's getting very hot already. My god. Okay, I hope it's going to be okay until the end of the game. He's spending quite a bit of time, and after queen c2 and knight d5, I don't think he improved his position a lot. Yeah, okay, so what should I have done to prevent that? Queen c2, I probably have to play knight bd7. Okay, that stops bishop f5. Okay, I'll just play knight d7 to develop my last piece and to threaten knight f6. So he probably has to play h3. And then I still gain a tempo on the queen. And they get to play knight d5. g4 stops my threat, but it seems very loose. His king will never have shelter now. Maybe I could have played queen b4, rook b1, queen b4 pins the knight, and then bishop d5. He has to play queen f4, and I play g5. He has to play queen g3 because his knight is attacked. And then what? Maybe that could work now as well. So h3, queen b4, rook b1, bishop d5, queen f4. How can I chase that queen away? I don't have any bishop e5 tricks. I could play c5. Ooh, I will play c5. Because that threatens, if he takes, then queen takes f4, e takes f4, bishop takes knight. Okay, now let's do it. Queen b4, rook b1, bishop d5, queen f4, c5. Okay, I'll play that. It seems strong. Castle's queenside. Okay. That means that his knight is not pinned. I did not expect that. I should still play c5. And after d5... Although bishop d5 seems crushing again. So bishop d5, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, rook c8, king b1. Queen a4 or c5. Okay, c5 first. Takes. Bishop takes knight. If pawn takes bishop, then queen takes queen. If queen takes queen, then bishop takes queen. D takes e6, gets the piece back, and my knight is hanging on d7. So c5 I don't think works. c5 takes. Bishop c3, queen takes queen. Bishop takes queen. Pawn takes bishop. Maybe knight c5? No, I don't think it works. Okay, bishop d5, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, rook c8, king b1, knight b6, attacks the queen, queen b3. What do I do there? Maybe I start with knight f6. Knight f6, queen d3, knight d5, knight takes, bishop takes, e4. This is very complicated. If I start with rook c8, he plays king b1. c5 doesn't seem to work, unless I can play queen takes c5. c5 takes, queen takes, and c5 d5, queen takes queen, knight takes queen, doesn't work. What if I play knight c5? Knight c5, pawn takes, bishop takes knight. Has to take my queen, bishop takes. Yeah, then I put a pawn on the c file. I don't like that. If only my bishop wasn't hanging. Okay, knight f6, queen d3, rook f to d8. Okay, I'll play knight f6 because I don't see bishops, knight c5 or pawn to c5 working. I just couldn't work it out. Okay, so queen d3, rook f d8 to prevent any ideas of d5, and then I play for c5. His queen is pinned, his pawn is pinned to the queen. He could play h3, a3, excuse me. What? What does he do against knight d5? Okay. I believe I'm just winning this game now. So knight d5. If a3 I take the knight first, he takes my queen, I take his queen. I could also just take the queen. Yeah, I'll just play knight d5. I don't think there's anything better. If he plays a3, I think I'm just going to play queen b3. Or queen a5. Wait, how does that deal with the issue? I just take the a2 pawn. Do I open the c file? Or do I take with the bishop? Yeah, I'm gonna just take with the bishop because I don't like blocking my bishop in. He has to go to f4 or g3 because the knight is hanging. Okay. Now bishop takes a2 is a move. I'm not sure I want to do that though, because he doesn't have an easy way to stop that. Kind of like c5. That seems much stronger. c5, if pawn takes, then queen takes b2 is mate. He doesn't have any tempi on my queen. He's not threatening anything. And if he doesn't take, I take and open up the c file. So c5 seems strong. If he plays king b1, I'm gonna play queen a4, and that wins, because it attacks the rook and it attacks a2. And if he plays b3, then I take, a takes, queen takes, king c1, queen c3 check, king b1. Maybe take on d4 and play rook c8 next. He is in a lot of trouble. The bishop pair is very strong. My bishops are just beautiful. And I have the c file. And he's playing a rook down. And also, if he takes... Okay, I'm mating him. But if I wasn't mating him, I would take the queen. Okay, what is that about? What? Okay, I can play bishop a2. Bishop a2, if he plays d5, I'm mating him. If he plays e5, I can take on d4. So queen d2 is probably what he wants to play. But my bishops are still just monsters. Even if we trade queens, which I don't think I will allow. I think if queen d2, I'm gonna play queen b3, threatening to take the knight. Also, if his queen moves, I am attacking the rook. So where does the knight go? Queen b3, knight e5. Does he have any tempo moves? I think queen b3 is good. It does block in my bishop, but I'm threatening c takes d and rook c8 check. She probably plays bishop e2. But then I take on d4. And he could save himself with knight takes d4, but I just take with the bishop. And if he takes with the queen, then rook c8, king d2, rook fd8 wins the queen, or gets the queen for 2 rooks. So I think I'm just winning. Unless he can close the c file with d5 and get away with it, but then I just take the knight. Yeah, I don't think there's a defense to this. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the knight. So now bishop e2 runs into queen e4, threatening mate on b1, and his rook is hanging. If he moves the rook, yeah, okay. So now he will have to play bishop d3. Yeah, this is just all over. I mean, it's unfortunate for my opponent. He had a good position. I blundered the pawn, but okay, that's checkmate. Okay, okay. The analysis of this game will be available on Thursday, when I analyze all the games from last week. I'm not happy about this, so I'll just get back. Whoa, get back to the point where he played queen c2. Okay, queen c2. And now he's threatening pawn takes and knight takes. So I need to play knight d7. So if he takes, I take, and if takes, then my bishop is defended. So I just played a stupid move order. I completely missed pawn takes and knight takes. After that, I think I played well. However, after here, I was looking at queen c5. That doesn't really work. I can take it and then take on b2. But he could just play knight c3, and then what do I do? Let's say I castle, and then bishop c4. This seems very scary. Okay, I will analyze the game later. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the game. It wasn't the best game, but I managed to get back into it. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.